All right, folks, imagine this. You're digging through your couch cushions for some spare change, maybe to buy a coffee, and BM, you pull out a regular looking 1979 Lincoln Penny. But what if I told you that this little copper beauty could be worth a whopping $1 million? That's right, a single penny could change your life. Sound crazy, right? Well, stick with me, because today we're diving deep into the mysterious and mind-blowing world of the 1979 no mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin so rare and valuable, it could make your wallet heavier than a brick of gold. Underestimate pocket change. One time, I found an old, dirty penny on the ground and almost didn't pick it up. Turns out, it was a 1943 steel penny. Not quite $1 million find, but still a nice little profit. Ever since then, I check my change like a detective at a crime scene. So today, I'm going to break down why this 1979 penny is worth so much, how to know if you have one, and what to do if you strike it rich. Now, you're probably thinking, it's just a penny. What's so special about it? Well, here's the deal. Most 1979 Lincoln pennies were made at the Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco mints, and they all had mint marks. But, and this is a big but, there's a super rare version of this penny with no mint mark at all. And that's what collectors are losing their minds over. Well, back in the day, the US Mint had a little hiccup. A die, which is basically the stamp that imprints the design on coins, was accidentally made without the mint mark. Instead of catching the mistake, the mint went ahead and used it, producing a handful of these error pennies before realizing what had happened. And now, decades later, collectors are bidding insane amounts of money to get their hands on one. All right, time to put on your detective hat. Grab any 1979 Lincoln penny you have and take a good look at the front of the coin, right under the date. If you see a small D, Denver, or an S, San Francisco, sorry, no jackpot today. But if there's nothing there, no mint mark at all, you just might have the golden ticket. But hold on, don't quit your job just yet. Condition matters a lot. If your penny is scratched up, dirty, or looks like it's been through a lawnmower, it won't fetch the big bucks. The highest value pennies are the ones in mint condition, meaning they look almost brand new, like they were just made yesterday. Now, here's where it gets juicy. In the last few years, collectors have paid up to $1 million for this ultra-rare 1979 no mint mark penny in perfect condition. Even if yours isn't flawless, it could still be worth thousands, or at the very least, way more than a penny. Collectors go crazy for error coins, and the rarer the mistake, the higher the price. If you think you've got one, get it certified and graded by a professional like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade version, like an MS 67 or higher, could make you a millionaire overnight. Don't freak out. Okay, maybe freak out a little. Then, put the coin in a safe place. No touching it with your bare hands because oils from your fingers can damage it. Get checked by a professional. You want a reputable grading service to confirm its authenticity before you try selling it. Cash in. You can sell through major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or even put up on eBay. Just make sure you're working with a legit buyer, because if your coin is truly worth seven figures, scammers will be lurking at the story of how a simple 1979 Lincoln penny could be your ticket to a fortune. Who knew something so small could be worth so much? Now, here's the deal. If you love the idea of finding hidden treasures in your pocket change, make sure to subscribe because I've got plenty more tips on rare coins that could be sitting in your collection right now. And trust me, you don't want to miss out on the next $1 million find. Also, let me know in the comments, what's the coolest coin you've ever found? Maybe you're sitting on a gold mine and don't even know it yet. All right, folks, let me ask you something. How often do you actually check your pocket change? Be honest. Most of us just toss pennies aside like they're worthless. But what if I told you that a single penny, just one little 1977 Lincoln cent, could be worth a staggering $1.1 million? Yeah, you heard that right. 1.1 million bucks for a penny. Now, before you run off to raid your couch cushions, stick with me because I'm about to break down exactly what makes this penny so valuable, how you can spot one, and why someone would drop a fortune on a coin most people ignore. Plus, I've got a story about how I almost missed out on a rare coin find myself. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. So, let's start with the basics. The 1977 Lincoln penny. Sounds pretty ordinary, right? Most of them were made in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But here's where it gets crazy. A rare no-mint mark version has surfaced, and it's sending shockwaves through the coin collecting world. Normally, a Philadelphia minted penny wouldn't have a mint mark, but this one isn't just any Philly penny. It was struck on a planchet that wasn't supposed to exist, which makes it a one-of-a-kind error coin. And as we all know, when it comes to rare coins, the weirder the mistake, the bigger the payday. Now, how do you spot this million-dollar beauty? It'll just have the date 1977 with no tiny d or s underneath it. Unlike regular 1977 pennies, which are mostly copper, this one has a unique mix, making it stand out under close inspection. Unlike worn-down pennies, this one should have a crisp design, almost like it was pressed yesterday. And now, let me tell you why I'll never look at pocket change the same way again. That a few years back, I was at a gas station and the cashier handed me some change. Now, being the coin geek that I am, I glanced at it and noticed an old-looking penny. But I was in a hurry, so I just shoved it in my pocket and went about my day. I dumped my change out on the table, and guess what? That penny was a 1969 S double die worth thousands. But here's the kicker. I almost spent on a pack of gum. Can you imagine? A coin worth a used car, and I almost handed it over for a stick of spearmint. Oh, trust me when I say, check your change. You never know when you might be holding a piece of history worth a life-changing amount of money. Now, back to the 1977 no-mint mark penny. The latest sale of this coin? $1.1 million at auction. Why so much? Well, rare error coins are like fine art. They're one of a kind, and collectors with deep pockets are willing to fight over them. Have you checked your change lately? Because somewhere out there, someone is sitting on $1 million penny without even realizing it. That if you love learning about valuable coins and collecting strategies, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on those notifications. I'll be back with more hidden treasures you might have lying around your house. Now, go grab that coin jar and start searching. You never know, you might just be a penny away from being a millionaire. Hey there, fellow treasure hunters. Imagine this. You're digging through your pocket change, and nestled between a lint-covered gum wrapper and an old receipt, you find a 2016 D Mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. You think, hey, it's just a penny, and toss it aside. But what if I told you that tiny coin could be worth a fortune? Today, we're diving deep into the world of the 2016 D Lincoln penny, exploring its value, the myths surrounding it, and how you might just strike it rich with some spare change. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's embark on this coin collecting adventure together. First things first, let's get acquainted with our little copper friend. The 2016 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, as denoted by the D Mint mark. These pennies are part of the Lincoln Shield series, which began in 2010 to commemorate President Abraham Lincoln and symbolize the preservation of the Union. In terms of composition, these pennies are primarily zinc with a thin copper plating, weighing in at 2.5 grams. Now, let's address the elephant, or should I say, penny, in the room. There's a rumor floating around that a 2016 D Lincoln penny sold for a whopping $1.2 million. Before you start emptying your piggy banks, let's set the record straight. The pennies that have fetched such astronomical prices are typically from rare early 20th century mintages, like the 1909 SVB Lincoln penny, which has indeed reached prices around $1.2 million in top-grade conditions. However, a standard 2016 D penny isn't in that league. So, what's the real deal with the 2016 D penny? In general, these coins are worth face value, just 1 cent, especially if they've been circulating and show signs of wear. However, uncirculated coins, those that have never been used as regular currency and remain in pristine condition, can be worth a bit more. For instance, according to USA Coin Book, a 2016 D Lincoln Shield penny in uncirculated MS Plus condition is estimated to be worth around 36 cents or more. Similarly, CoinTracker's estimates that a 2016 D Shield penny in mint state could be valued around $7.50. Now, here's where things get exciting. Certain mint errors can make a 2016 D penny significantly more valuable to collectors. For example, A 2016 D penny with a misplaced mint mark error, graded MS-60, sold for an impressive $415 in 2020. Another sought-after error is the double ear variety, where Lincoln appears to have a second earlobe, a mutation even Darwin would be intrigued by. These error coins can fetch higher prices, depending on their rarity and condition. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better preservation. A coin graded MS-65, for instance, is in gem uncirculated condition, showing no signs of wear and having very few, if any, contact marks. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. For the 2016 D penny, coins graded MS-68 have been valued at around $269.95, while those at MS-69 can reach up to $324. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I was cleaning out my car, finally tackling that mountain of fast food receipts and empty coffee cups. As I scooped up the loose change scattered across the floor, I noticed a shiny penny. It was a 2016 D Lincoln penny, and it looked brand new. Curious, I did some research and learned about coin grading and mint errors. While my penny wasn't a rare error coin, it sparked a newfound hobby in coin collecting. Now, I always check my change for hidden treasures. Who knew that cleaning my car would lead to a new passion? So, the next time you come across a 2016 D Lincoln penny, don't just dismiss it as mere pocket change. Take a closer look. It might be uncirculated or even harbor a rare mint error that could add value. While not every penny will make you a millionaire, the thrill of the hunt and the stories behind each coin make the endeavor worthwhile. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of coin collecting and want to uncover more tips on coins worth money, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's continue this treasure hunt together. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and curious mind alike. Imagine this. You're sifting through your spare change, perhaps looking for enough to buy that extra donut, when suddenly you stumble upon a 1985 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. Your heart skips a beat. Could this be the jackpot? Could this humble coin be worth, wait for it, $1.3 million? Well, before you start planning your retirement, let's dive deep into the world of the 1985 no mint mark Lincoln penny and separate fact from fiction. First things first, let's talk about that missing mint mark. In 1985, the Philadelphia Mint produced billions of pennies. And here's the kicker. They didn't use a mint mark. So, if your 1985 penny lacks that little letter, it's not an error. It's the norm. Think of it like going to a party where everyone's wearing the same outfit. Not exactly a standout moment, right? Now, about that $1.3 million price tag. While it's true that some pennies have fetched jaw-dropping amounts at auctions, the 1985 no mint mark penny isn't typically among them. The real heavy hitters are coins like the 1943 bronze cent, a rare gem born out of a wartime mix-up, fetching prices that could make anyone's eyes water. But don't lose hope just yet. The real treasure lies in error coins. For instance, a 1985 penny with a large cut die break, where part of the die breaks off, leaving a blank area on the coin. One sold for $455. Another with partial plating, revealing its zinc core, fetched $550. Ever heard the saying, looks aren't everything? Well, in coin collecting, they kind of are. A pristine 1985 penny graded MS-68RD. That's Mint State 68 red for the uninitiated, can command over $1,000. So, if your penny looks like it's been through the garbage disposal, it might not fund your next vacation. Let me share a little story. Back in my early days of coin collecting, I found a 1985 penny with what I thought was a rare error, a smudge that looked like Lincoln had grown a second ear. Excited, I showed it to a seasoned collector friend. He took one look and said, "Congrats, you've discovered the elusive pocket lint variety." Lesson learned. Not every oddity is a treasured at S.O. What's the takeaway here? While your 1985 no mint mark penny isn't likely to make you a millionaire, there's a whole world of coin collecting that's both fascinating and rewarding. Keep an eye out for those rare errors and high-grade specimens. And who knows, maybe one day You'll find a coin that does fund your dream vacation. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of pennies and want to uncover more coin collecting secrets, hit that subscribe button. Join our community of enthusiasts, and let's embark on this numismatic journey together. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts. Imagine stumbling upon a humble penny in your pocket, only to discover it's worth a whopping $1.4 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, today we're diving into the fascinating tale of the 1976 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Grab your magnifying glasses and let's embark on this numismatic adventure together. You know that feeling when you find loose change in your couch cushions? Now, picture that change turning into a life-changing fortune. That's the allure of rare coins. Today, we're zooming in on the 1976 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, a coin that has sparked countless debates and dreams among collectors. The U.S. Mint produced over 4.6 billion Lincoln pennies at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally doesn't use a mint mark. So, finding a 1976 penny without a mint mark is quite common. However, not all no-mint mark pennies are created equal. Rumors have circulated about a 1976 penny fetching $1.4 million at auction. While it's true that some pennies have sold for astronomical sums, these are typically rare errors or unique specimens. For instance, a 1943 bronze Lincoln cent once sold for over $1 million. But as for our 1976 no mint mark penny, there's no verified sale reaching such heights. Always approach such tales with a healthy dose of skepticism. Coins in mint or uncirculated condition fetch higher prices. A pristine 1976 penny might be valued around $1.22. Errors, misprints, or minting errors can make a coin rare and valuable. Always inspect your coins for anomalies, historical significance. Coins from notable years or with unique backstories often attract collectors. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I was sorting through a jar of coins inherited from my grandfather. Amidst the clinking copper, I spotted a 1976 penny without a mint mark. My heart raced as I imagined early retirement. After some research and a visit to a local coin dealer, I learned it was worth 1 cent. But the experience ignited my passion for coin collecting and the stories each coin holds. For most 1976 pennies without a mint mark, especially those showing signs of circulation, their value remains at face value, 1 cent. However, uncirculated coins, or those with unique errors, can be worth more, typically up to a few dollars. While the dream of finding $1 million penny is enticing, it's essential to approach coin collecting with knowledge and curiosity. Each coin tells a story, and the joy is often in the hunt and discovery. So, next time you come across a penny, take a moment to appreciate its history and the journey it's been on. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of coin collecting and want to uncover more treasures hiding in plain sight, hit that subscribe button. Join our community of enthusiasts, and let's explore the fascinating stories behind everyday coins together. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds alike. Imagine this. You're sifting through your spare change, perhaps looking for enough to buy that extra donut. We've all been there. And suddenly, you stumble upon a penny. But not just any penny, a 1988 D mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Now, what if I told you that this humble coin could be worth a whopping $1.5 million? Got your attention? Great. Let's dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting and uncover the truth behind this million-dollar penny myth. First things first, let's get acquainted with our star, the 1988 D Lincoln penny. Minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark. This coin features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. In 1988, the U.S. Mint produced over 5.2 billion of these pennies, making them quite common in circulation. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Can a 1988 D penny truly fetch $1.5 million? The short answer, highly unlikely. While certain rare coins have sold for astronomical sums, the 1988 D penny isn't typically among them. However, specific errors or unique features can significantly increase a coin's value. Transitional reverse design, RDV, 006, some 1988 pennies were mistakenly struck with a reverse design intended for 1989 coins. This error, known as the wide AM or flared G variety, can be identified by examining the spacing between the and in America on the reverse side. If they're farther apart than usual, you might have a valuable coin. One such 1988 D penny with this error was listed for $400. Coins in exceptional condition, especially those graded MS 68, Mint State 68, or higher, can command higher prices. For instance, a 1988 D penny graded MS 68 RD, red, was valued at $385. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I caught the coin collecting bug. One lazy Sunday, armed with a magnifying glass and a cup of coffee, I decided to inspect my jar of pennies. Hours flew by as I examined each coin, hoping to find a hidden gem. While I didn't discover $1 million penny that day, I did find a 1988 D penny with a minor die crack. A small error, but enough to make my heart race with excitement. That experience taught me that the thrill of the hunt is just as rewarding as the find itself. Familiarize yourself with common coin errors and valuable variants. Knowledge is your best tool in coin collecting. A good magnifying glass and a reference guide can go a long way in identifying potential treasures. Engaging with fellow enthusiasts can provide insights, support, and perhaps even leads on valuable coins that SO, while the chances of finding a 1988 D penny worth $1.5 million are slim. The world of coin collecting offers endless opportunities for discovery and enjoyment. Each coin tells a story, and who knows? The next time you're digging through your change, you might just uncover a piece of history. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable pennies and want to learn more tips on coins worth money strategies, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's embark on this numismatic journey together. All right, folks, let me ask you something. Have you ever found a penny on the ground, picked it up, and thought, well, that's 1 cent closer to being rich? What if I told you there's a 1981 Lincoln penny out there that could actually make you a millionaire? Yeah, you heard that right. Not $100, not 1,000, $1.6 million. For a penny. Now, before you go raiding your couch cushions and flipping over every penny in your jar, let's break it down. How does a simple, everyday coin become worth more than a Ferrari? What makes this 1981 no mint mark Lincoln penny so special? And most importantly, how do you find one? Stick around, because we're diving deep into this wild story. So, the 1981 Lincoln penny looks just like any other penny, right? It's got old Honest Abe on the front, the Lincoln Memorial on the back, and it's made of copper. At least most of them are. But there's a rare variety that was struck without a mint mark, and that's where things get interesting. Normally, pennies from 1981 should have a little letter under Lincoln's portrait, D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But if there's no mint mark, and it was struck on a certain kind of error planchet, you might just be holding onto a fortune. Now, I remember when I first got into coin hunting. I was a kid, and my grandpa, who swore he could spot a rare coin from a mile away, would dump a pile of pennies on the table and say, "All right, kid, start looking." And let me tell you, I was convinced I'd find the next $1 million coin. I'd sit there for hours, sorting through sticky old pennies from who knows where, getting more excited with each one I flipped. I didn't find anything valuable that day. But fast forward to today, and I'm still looking. Only now I know exactly what to look for. And that's why I'm here to help you. The secret behind this rare 1981 penny. So, why is this penny worth so much? This is rare for 1981, as most were clearly marked. Some were struck on a brass or transitional planchet, which makes them super rare. If it's in near-perfect, uncirculated condition, that's where the real money is. That a collector recently paid $1.6 million for one of these pennies because of its extreme rarity and pristine condition. Imagine that. A tiny little penny, worth more than most houses. How to spot one of your pocket change. So how do you know if you have a jackpot penny? Look under Lincoln's portrait. If there's no tiny letter, you might have something. A normal 1981 penny should weigh 3.11 grams for copper, or 2.5 grams if it's a zinc variety. But an error coin on the wrong planchet might be different. If it looks fresh out of the mint and has a strong strike, you could be in luck. If you think you got one, take it to a professional grader. Don't clean it. Seriously, don't even think about polishing it, or you'll wipe away its value faster than you can say $1,000,000 mistake. Now, let's talk money. The highest known sale for this penny hit $1.6 million. But even if yours isn't quite that rare, a no-mint mark 1981 penny in great shape can still fetch thousands. Even lower-grade versions can be worth a pretty penny. Pun absolutely intended. Collectors and auction houses are on the hunt for these, so if you find one, you're sitting on some serious cash. And let's be real, turning 1 cent into thousands, or even millions, is the best kind of investment out there. All right, so here's the big question. Are you sitting on a fortune and don't even know it? Check your pocket change. Go through your piggy banks and raid that old coin jar in the kitchen. That one little penny could be life-changing. And if you love learning about rare coins that could be worth serious cash, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm always bringing you the latest tips, strategies, and hidden treasures that might just be sitting in your spare change. Who knows? The next time we talk, you could be the one holding a $1,000,000 penny. Hit that like button, drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, folks, imagine this. You're digging through your pocket for some spare change, maybe to grab a coffee or feed a parking meter, and boom, you unknowingly hand over a penny that could have made you a millionaire. Painful, right? Well, today we're talking about a 2016 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that's worth a jaw-dropping $1.7 million. Yeah, you heard that right. A single penny that could buy you a mansion, a fancy car, or at the very least, an unlimited supply of cheeseburgers. Now, I know what you're thinking. How the heck does a modern penny become that valuable? Is there some kind of secret treasure hunt happening in our loose change? Well, stick around, because we're diving deep into the details of this rare and valuable coin. And who knows, by the end of this, you might be sprinting to check your couch cushions, car seats, and every random coin jar in your house. Before we jump in, let me tell you a quick story about why you should always check your pennies. A while back, I was at a garage sale, just casually picking through some old junk. You know, the usual maybe I'll find something cool kind of trip. The lady at the table gave me change for a $5 bill, and for some reason, 1 penny caught my eye. It had an unusual shine, looked different, and had some minor imperfections. I held on to it, went home, and did some research. Turns out, it wasn't anything too special, but it was worth a few bucks, way more than just a cent. That moment changed the way I look at every coin that passes through my hands. So, if you've ever thought pennies aren't worth your time, buckle up because this one is about to blow your mind. First things first, why is this 2016 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny so valuable? Well, like with most valuable coins, it all comes down to errors, rarity, and demand. This specific penny is believed to have a major minting error, making it a one-of-a-kind find. Now, the U.S. Mint produces billions of pennies each year, but every now and then, a little mistake slips through, maybe a die misalignment, a double strike, or even a wrong metal composition. Experts say that the $1.7 million penny might have been struck on a completely different planchet, possibly silver or another rare metal instead of the usual copper-plated zinc. And because no other known 2016 penny with this exact error has surfaced, it becomes a collector's dream. Think of it like a baseball card with a misprint or a painting with a unique brushstroke. In the world of numismatics, that's just a fancy word for coin collecting. These mistakes can mean big money that if you've ever looked closely at your pennies, you might notice a small letter under the year. That's the mint mark, and it tells you where the coin was made. D stands for Denver. S is for San Francisco. And if there's nothing there, well, that usually means it was made in Philadelphia, that some rare no-mint mark coins weren't actually made in Philly. Sometimes, an error occurs where a coin that should have a mint mark ends up missing one due to a die issue. When that happens, collectors lose their minds and the value skyrockets. All right, so what if you're sitting there staring at your penny collection, wondering if you're sitting on a fortune? Check under the year. If there's nothing there, you're on the right track. If your penny looks different, maybe silver, dark, or even an odd shade of copper, it could be a special error. Weird weight. A standard penny weighs 2.5 grams. If yours is significantly heavier or lighter, something might be up. Look for any doubling in the letters or Lincoln's face. Errors like this can mean big bucks. Now, let's say you hit the jackpot. You find a 2016 no-mint marked penny that looks suspiciously valuable. What do you do next? First, don't just toss it in a Coinstar machine. Trust me, that would haunt you forever. Instead, get it checked by a professional. Coin grading services like PeaceGS or NGC can authenticate and certify your coin. Once you have confirmation that it's the real deal, you can sell it through major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers. And if the demand is right, well, congratulations. You might just be the next penny millionaire. So, what's the moral of today's story? Never underestimate your spare change. That little penny sitting in your car's cup holder could be worth more than your entire bank account. Now, before you go, let me challenge you. Go check your pennies. Dig through your pockets, your junk drawers, and that random coin jar on your kitchen counter. You never know what you might find. And if you do happen to come across something interesting, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your coin hunting stories. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe for more tips on coins worth serious money. I'll be bringing you more hidden treasures, expert strategies, and maybe even a few more million-dollar surprises.